Hi, Kingdom. Welcome back. So, I promised you a gem, and I'm so excited to share this with you. So, as I mentioned, I am about to show you how you can get anything you desire in life, whether it be an answer, whether it be an opportunity, whatever it is that you're wanting is so easy. Pray and ask God for the gift and the power of discernment. Discernment is the ability to judge well. When you have this special gift, when you have this special power, because it's a power and it's a gift, and not everyone has it, but those who have it, it's life changing. It is life changing. Did you hear what I just said? Do you understand that if you pray and ask God for the gift and the power of discernment, which is the ability to judge well, ooh, He's going to start small and He's going to see how you handle a small thing, or if you listen, because that's the key. That's the nugget, that's the gem to discernment, is you have to listen. He gives it to every single one of us. And He gives it in different ways. And sometimes He gives it in a multitude of different ways to the same person. It's not always, doesn't always come the same way, always. And what I mean by that is sometimes it'll be in a dream. Sometimes it'll be you're thinking about something and then someone will call you and start talking about exactly what you were thinking about. That's discernment. That's the gift of that's you just got your answer. That phone call gave you your answer. Or you're watching a show or scrolling through social media, however, and whatever it is that you've been praying on or thinking about or asking for an answer for, He just gives it to you. It just literally just pops up. How many times has that happened to you? That's discernment. The ability to know that that is God's hand in what you're asking for. And the ability to know that that's God's answer to you or for you or about you. However it works in that particular moment in point in time, because it's different every time. But I want you to know, and I can't stress this enough, that when you pray and you ask God for the gift and the ability of discernment, and you start using that gift and you start listening, and when God gives you the answer or shows you the vision or shows you the answer, however it comes, and you start using it and listening, the doors are going to start to overflow. because he's going to start overflowing you with those abilities and those gifts and those powers. Well, Lord, I don't know. I've been praying on this job, and I am not really fulfilled in this job. And I'm wanting something else. I want something different. I want an opportunity or the situation to come that I can get out of there. And God says, He gives you whatever you want. Whatever you ask, He gives it to you. Whether you're ready or prepared or not, whether you listen to it or not, He gives it. It's up to you. I can't stress that enough. It's up to you to listen. It's up to you to see and say, that's what I was, okay, so you're not, that's what I was praying on. That was what I wanted an answer for. Well, what did you do with the answer that He gave you? Did you nudge it off? Because I've done that. Or get so inundated with everything going on in your life, it goes to the back burner. I've done that too. So the ability to judge well, the ability to judge that God is handing you the answers that you are wanting and asking for, that inner voice that tells you you go the same way home every day, or go to work the same way every day. And that inner voice says to you this particular day, go another direction, go this way. And you do one or two things. Everything in life, I always say, it's a choice. God gives it to you. It's your choice to listen or not. And you don't listen. And you run into an accident. Or you're late to work. Whatever it is. Or you almost ran into an accident. You just in the nick of time skated out of that. Well, God was trying to tell you to go the other way. To go the other way for a reason. This happened to me about 3 weeks ago. I'm driving. My son and I were driving. I'm the one driving. And I stop at the stop sign. And next thing you know, I see a cop car pull out. Cop car drives behind me for quite some time. But I'm thinking, okay, well, I know I didn't do anything wrong. I figured they were just going in the same direction as me. Next thing you know, maybe about 5 blocks away from when they first pulled behind me, I see they're putting their lights on for me to pull over. And I'm thinking, what in the world? I know my tags are good. I'm not worrying about that. My insurance is paid. So I know that's not a problem. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Officer pulls me over and says that I didn't make a full stop at the stop sign. Well, I know I did. I did make a full stop. So she asked me for my registration. She asked me for my insurance. I give it to her. And as she goes back to the car, I'm upset. I'm frustrated. And I'm saying to my son, this is some BS. This person ain't got nothing that's better to do than to bother me. And as soon as I said that, God said, stop it. Don't do that. And I immediately stopped. The officer took a while and came back. And as she was walking back, I saw her in my rearview mirror walking back. God said, I shielded you from something, an accident today. I was covering you. And I didn't say another word. The officer comes, hands me back my information, and says, I'm just giving you a warning today. Be careful. That was the last thing she said to me. Just be careful. Now, I could have started an argument with this woman. It could have gotten a lot worse because I was frustrated because I know I hadn't done anything wrong. But I just told you that story to let you know God has you covered every second of the way. And the discernment for me was when God said, don't do that. Because I started bashing this car. I didn't start bashing, I was about to. And God told me, quietly, stop it. Don't do that. And I stopped immediately. I listened. And a few minutes later, the cop walks up and says, I'm not giving you a ticket, and then tells me to be careful. And as the cop was walking to the car, God told me, I was covering you, my child. I was covering you. So what could I say? But Lord, I thank you. She said, be careful. I said, thank you, officer. Have a wonderful day. She said, I'm going to pull over so that you can pull out safely. She did that. I pulled out. I was inconvenienced and I was late. But it's okay. Because the discernment was, don't do that. Stop it. Because when she came back, I could have came back at her before she even started talking. But God said stop, and I did. I listened. I was obedient. And she didn't give me a ticket. And then told me to be careful, which is what God told me as she was walking to the car. I was covering you, my child. So what can I do but say, Lord, I thank you? But that's discernment. Discernment is the ability to judge well in listening to God. What is God telling you that you are listening or not listening to? If you are praying for if God is giving you this gift of discernment, the ability to judge well, or another way is when you meet someone some people don't even have to speak. It's an energy that they have. That's discernment. That energy that they bring, if it's a negative energy, your spirit, before they even speak. My mother used to tell me, and I used to have this real strong. I noticed that for me, my powers are good where I live here in Florida, but in New York, I don't know what it was. I had such strong powers. I still have them, but they're stronger in New York. Maybe because that's where my family and my loved ones, my foundation is there. Maybe that's what it is. But I have to tell you, my mother used to get mad at me, and now she don't get mad anymore. I would meet a person, or my mother would, or we would meet somebody, and the person would be talking, and I wouldn't say a word. I would just stay quiet. My mother would talk. And when we leave, my mother would say, why you did that? And I said, did what? The person was talking and you ain't talk. You ain't saying nothing. I said, but Mom, you were talking. She said, but I don't understand the person talking to you and you not saying it. I said, Mom, my spirit didn't take that person. So I didn't have anything to say. I stayed quiet. And she used to say, why you just, she's Bajan, why you just do that? Do what? I'm not doing anything bad to her. I'm not, or him. I'm not saying anything to them. I know that my spirit, when they walked up, I got a feeling that it wasn't good. So I held my tongue and I stayed quiet. I meet somebody, it's just, sometimes it's not even when they start speaking. As soon as they start speaking, my antennas go up. That's discernment. If your antennas are going up and telling you run or get away or don't entertain, that's discernment. The ability to judge well. Pray for the gift and the power of discernment in your life. Will never be the same again. Because if you listen to the answers, see the signs, and not in a bad way, that if God gives you the discernment that as soon as she starts speaking, and she's negative from the moment she opens her mouth, or she's bragging about what she has, what does that tell you? Run. That's what it tells me. Because what a person has, or if they're negative, as soon as you meet them and their first inkling is to be negative immediately, that means that they're a negative person. They're an unhappy person. You don't want any parts of that. I don't want any parts of that. Not where I am in my life right now. Not the peace my inner peace and my outer peace that I have right now. I don't want any parts of that. So if you pray for the gift and the power of discernment, your life will never be the same again. But the key to the gem is the gift and the power of discernment. Pray for it. The key is you got to listen. You got to pay attention. You got to feel the energy. You got to get that inkling. Or when God says go this way and you don't listen because you 10 minutes late or 5 minutes late, you know this is the way. No, you got to listen. The discernment is being able to listen to God's message, listen to what he's telling you. God's notice to you, hey, this is what it is. The answer that he drops in your lap because you've been praying on it. Or you thinking about someone, you're saying, I wonder if this person is okay. I haven't spoken to them in a while. I have to call them. And they call you. And they tell you some things maybe that you didn't know. It's an energy. It's a force that if you accept it and you pray for it and you pray on it and you use it, it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. And anything you want in this world, if you have that gift and you have that ability and you have that power, God is always going to lead you in the right place at the right time because you have that gift, because you're listening. You're asking the questions, you're posing the questions, and God is leading you and giving you the answers, but you have to pay attention. You have to be the one to listen. You have to be the one to be obedient. Because you can take the shortcut or you could take the long way. Either way, it doesn't matter to God. So God plants an answer right in your face. You walk in, you see, you've been thinking about something. Oh, I've been thinking about opening up this business for the longest time. It's something that I know I would love to do. And you walk into the store and you see a magazine with the headline on starting a new business on exactly what you were thinking about or procrastinating and prolonging all this time. That's discernment. He's giving you your answer. Are you taking the notes? Are you receiving the message that he's given you? If you're not, you got to realign, start over. You don't have to get frazzled or upset. It's okay. Today is a new day. So if you didn't listen yesterday or the day before or 3 weeks ago, start today. Today is the day. Today is the new day that you start. You start listening to that small inner voice or that gut feeling. Everyone's had a gut feeling about something. And we don't listen. And we put ourselves through heartache and all kind of trouble because we don't listen. Because we think we know the answers to everything. We don't. We don't know anything. Because people fool you all the time. People come with the mind of foolery. They want to trick you. So starting today, pray for the gift and the power of discernment, the ability to judge well. And when God gives you the message, the answer, the sermon, however he delivers it to you, it's up to you to listen. Take it and then use it for your benefit and your good, so that he can continue to elevate you each step of the way, because that's what he's going to do every time you listen to him and you're obedient to him. He's going to continue to raise you higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And he's going to draw you closer to your destiny, closer to your purpose, closer to whatever it is that you're desiring. Whatever you put whatever it is at the end. It is a wonderful gift. And people will not be able to pull the wool over your eyes because you're praying already. As soon as they walk up, you're already saying, Lord, let it be. If this person doesn't honor me and you, doesn't respect me and you, doesn't mean good for me and my children, let them continue to move on. Pass them on by and let them go their way. And they're not going to be able to stick around. Because God going to get them out the way for you because you just told them. But if you hee-hawing back and forth and you don't know, oh, should I or shouldn't I? No. Okay, well, God said, well, you ain't listening, so you do it your way then. So we know it's a powerful, powerful thing, and it's going to take you and give you everything that you desire and everything that you need. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment that if you've used this before, or it's something that you never thought about but you're going to incorporate it, let me know. Tell me that this is something that you're going to try. I want to be able to see that you are hearing the word and that you're receiving it. And maybe this is a gift from God for you that you've been praying, wanting to know, God, how do I get what I want? Maybe this was your gift and God just gave it to you and said, This is how you're going to get it. So there you go. And if that's the case, let me know in the comments. Hey, this is something that I've been wanting to know. How can I get whatever I want? This is it. Because you're going to listen. And you're going to be obedient. And you're going to put God first in everything that you do. And you're going to love on him just like how he loves on you. So stay blessed. Be a blessing. I love you. And I'm so happy that you are here. And like, subscribe, follow, and comment. Have a wonderful and blessed day. In Jesus' name, be a blessing and be blessed.